And it turns out my grandpa wasn't in a coma. He was just hungover. So truly a blessing in disguise. That's great to hear. Does anyone else have a testimony they would like to share? I would like to share my personal testimony, if that is okay. Yes, of course. Share whatever you like. It all took a turn when I secretly watched a PG-13 movie at the age of 12. It soon became such a long, dark, lonely road to walk down. And so that's when I felt this anger just building up inside of me, and I said it. I slipped out and I said, what the heck? I've never used language like that before. And even though it wasn't real alcohol, I felt so convicted for standing there holding a root beer bottle. And so that's when my mom thought I was possessed by a Pokemon Pikachu. But that's a whole other side of my testimony. You know, I never smoked a cigarette, but I did have a friend who had an uncle who did. And it was at that moment I had to ask myself, what kind of company are you surrounding yourself with, you know? I remember being so mad, went to my room, slammed the door, put on headphones, and listened to Justin Bieber. And not the clean version. And as I was sitting there eating my food, that's when I realized I didn't even say grace. The Mario Kart addiction was real. I was staying up late looking at images that no young boy should be looking at. In my room with the lights out, under the covers, without my parents knowing, watching full episodes of SpongeBob. As soon as that Chick-fil-A worker looked at me and smiled and said, my pleasure, in that moment everything changed. I knew I had to straighten my life out and get my life back on track where God wants me to be. Well, I'm glad to see you found your way back to the Lord going through all that.